a bright, sunny Tuesday morning. We're all gathered up, ready to head out to the Rabbit River, Coal Lake. Everybody's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Got our coffees, got our breakfast sandwiches. We're all loaded up. Got a few different trucks ready to go here, and everybody looks excited.
Well, that was for the early bird people.
We look super excited.
Yeah, the coffees, yeah. Hopefully
the clouds break up by the time we get there. Forecast is calling for a week of sun, so it should be a good trip. Looking forward to it. Everybody's all loaded up, ready to go. We actually managed to pack a lot of gear.
Yeah, when I was looking at it outside of the tent, I was like, that doesn't look like it's gonna fit.
You guys are pretty loaded there. It's okay, it'll be a good paddle.
Right about here.
Yeah.
Don't stand up suddenly. That'll be the end of us. Don't set the movements.
I had floats. You'll be fine. Oh yeah, you're good. Just like getting out of parallel parking when somebody's...
Yeah. Someone takes you in.
Yeah. Canoe number 2. We've come up to our first real challenging spot so far. The water, as you can see, is really low. I went ahead to check out and see if it's passable. And they're way back there still figuring out how to get into the channel. It's only a couple inches deep of water, and then it's really soft mud underneath. I sunk up to my knees and a little bit higher, getting out to pull my kayak through the mud into the channel. So that's what they're doing right now, is just figuring out how to get through there. Once they do, it's a long windy channel up to here, which is the first place that I've actually had to get out and pull, but at least I got a little bit of a sandbar here which I can walk on easier. And then it looks like coming up there we have our first real portage. All of this is not supposed to be a portage. The water is supposed to be a foot or two higher, so we would normally be able to just paddle across this, but the water is really low and it is not fun paddling. You basically, every time you put the paddle in the water, you're just into the mud. So we're basically not paddling, we're pushing ourselves with the mud, which is a lot of work. It's not super fun. So I stopped for a beer, have a little break while I wait for the rest of those guys to catch up. But it's interesting. It would be a lot less of a challenge, and it would be a lot less frustrating if the sun would come out, because every time we have to step into the water, the wind is blowing, so you just you get really cold really fast, and the water's not exactly warm right now with the sun not out. So hopefully the sun comes out. It's supposed to clear up in a couple hours. That would be very nice. It looks like they are just finally coming around the corner here. This is not a fun part. We made really good time up until now. We made it, we spent about 40 minutes to get about 5 or 6 kilometers, which is pretty good, you know, for what it is. This delay here in this spot already has cost us half an hour, so this has been rough. And it looks like they are just coming around the corner now. But as you can see, we still got a pretty rough patch to go, and then we actually hit the real portage. This is not even the portage part, so this is going to be rough, but at least I've been sitting here waiting for them for a little bit now, but they finally managed to get the canoes through, it looks like, and are finally getting closer, and we can get on our way through the actual portage. We'll probably lose another, I'm guessing, by the looks of it, just looking, I climbed up the rock there and I took a look from up high, and I'm guessing we're probably going to lose another hour getting through this section, but then that should open up into another lake after this, and it should be easy paddling from there. This is a rough patch. They're not having a good time. I'm glad I have the kayak because it's a lot lighter to pull through stuff like this. I basically had to walk it over a lot of these sandbars and stuff, and we're gonna have to walk it through there. The kayak's a little easier to pull than these canoes that they have. They're loaded down pretty good. Anything to say for the camera?
Oh, I hate canoeing. I hate you. We're having fun. I want something better.
It's a pretty cool little rapids here. Leaving the first portage. Not fun. But we're in a deeper now. We're not just pushing mud, so this should be a lot easier for this next stretch. We just passed these rapids and this little dam that flows down there. It's a bit of a climb to get up it. But now that we're past that, we're just all getting launched and on our way to the next one. Next one's a little ways away, so we got a good paddle ahead of us. Just arrived at portage number 2. Does not look pretty. We're not going to make it over that, so there's a little bit of a trail this way that goes around it. You can see they are scouting it over there, but this is going to be a rough one. The last one was okay. It was uphill, but it was only like 50 feet. This one so far is looking to be a couple hundred feet at least. Should be fun. We were at portage number 3. These guys are super excited about that, which is a cool little rapids here. Well, I say it's cool rapids, but it sucks to have to actually go around it. But this is the perfect spot. I actually brought my gold pan, and so every portage I've kind of been stopping, and don't know if you can see that, if it'll focus or not, but I actually found one little fleck of gold. Just a cheap little gold pan that I bought on Amazon, but it's always fun to stop at a little rapids like this, grab up a handful of the sand and gravel at the bottom, and you never know what you'll find. Not a huge nugget or anything, but still pretty fun. So we're just loading up, or I should say we're unloading everything for portage number 3, which apparently is the longest one that we're gonna come across and probably the most challenging. After this, it should be pretty much smooth sailing all the way to the end. A couple more portages after this, but they should be shorter. So this is our portage that we're walking through. This is what we're currently hauling everything up and down to get past these rapids over here. And we're all having a grand old time doing it. Whew, this is hard work, but should be worth it once we finally make it to the lake. This is a funky trail. It's not bad when they're smooth, but the up and down like this is what really makes it difficult. Made it through portage number 3. Everybody getting launched. Kind of a rough spot to launch, but hopefully this will be the worst one that we have to deal with. And hey, I see sunlight. I felt something there for a second. Oh, portage number 4. Another nice rapids. And another long route around. This is apparently even longer than the last one, even though we thought the last one was going to be the longest, so this is going to be fun, I think. But after this we should hit another lake and then lunchtime. So this is portage number 4, and it's pretty high up. This is going to be the worst one that we've had yet. This is going to be rough. There's I'm going backwards from the end. We just hauled some gear over, going back to the boats, but we're gonna have to bring the boats up this narrow path, and without letting them slide down back into the river. So it should be interesting, and it's a bit of a long one. We're estimating about 200 meters or so, just by pacing it out, which is not too far, but it's enough to be that's enough to be pretty tiring. And then we have some pretty steep climbs here to go up and down, so this will be interesting. Does nobody has dry feet anymore, right? Okay.
I think that was about the first portage at least.
How are we looking for this portage? Excited?
You want me to lie to the camera or?
Nope. I think we can all see that this is going to be a doozy. Whew. Well, we got past that 4th portage. Like I thought, that was a doozy. We are all launched now. I'm last in the pack right now. Everybody else is on their way, so I'm gonna start paddling here. We are going to now look for one of the campsites that's supposed to be in this upcoming lake, and we're gonna stop for a much deserved break and some lunch, fuel up a little bit, look at our maps, see kind of how far we have to go. I think we are approaching the halfway point. So yeah, halfway. But on the plus side, the sky is starting to brighten up. It finally stopped raining, and the wind has died down, and every now and then we get a little bit of a ray of sunshine. So hopefully that continues, and we'll actually get the clear skies and the sunshine that we were promised today. That would lift our spirits a little bit, I think, and make the last leg of the trip a lot easier. So we'll see. Lunch break. I got this cool portable grill kit. Just threw a match inside, and it had like kerosene wrapped paper and then coals underneath, which the kerosene wrapped paper got the coals going, and now we have a little grill that we're gonna do our smokies on. Just the perfect size. Lit up right away, and it is throwing off some really good heat. This is our lunch break camp spot. So we got some stats so far for our trip.
Our moving time is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Stop time 3 hours and 9 minutes.
That is brutal. And how far have we gone? Does it say?
Oh yeah, 10.37 kilometers.
So, and the total route is 15, so we're pretty far along.
Max speed of 9.4 kilometers an hour. We were hauling shit.
Oh, that now. We've got a good gale in there.
Yeah. Moving average 4.3.
This is our next portage coming up. Pretty short one. After we eat lunch, we're going to tackle that, and then we're on the home stretch. Home stretch! Smooth sailing from here, right?
Smooth sailing is starting to clear up.
We're at portage number, what's this, portage number 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Portage number 5, another little set of rapids. It's a shorter one. Me and Les are gonna try and just shoot the rapids here, walk our kayaks through it, The canoes are gonna unload and go up to portage and meet us on the other side. Portage number 6, another set of pretty cool rapids there. These ones, unfortunately, we can't walk over, they're a little bit too rocky, so we're taking the path. It's a nice short one for this one, and according to the map, this should be the last one before we actually get to Coal Lake. Made it! This is our campsite. Took us a solid 8.5 hours. But we made it. Do a little tour of our camp here. We got our boats lined up on the shore. Right above our boat parking area is our cooking station. Our coolers and everything kind of, it's nice and flat here, nice rocky. We got a little ways in, one nice camp tent set up. We got another tent set up a little ways back there, a nice level spot. We got all this really beautiful bush and all this nice rocky ground. It's easy to walk on. No underbrush, no bugs, nothing. Got a couple tents here. Over here, they're nice and level, pretty comfy. And we got our shoreline here. So this is where we've been doing a lot of our fishing, right offshore. And we got a nice rocky shoreline that goes all the way through into this nice bay. We're looking at a channel here, and then along the shoreline we got a nice bay in here where we were hitting some bass with the topwaters.